Hey everyone, this is Joe Guzzo. Welcome to the Folk Project television show. Thanks for joining me today. I've been in isolation now for a little over 3 months. It's actually 92 days. And we've been pretty good. My wife and I have been pretty good at finding all the things we need, food and necessities. Still struggling to find enough paper products. I haven't seen a facial napkin, something to wipe your face with at dinner time, in any of the stores yet, but maybe one of these days we'll find them. And with our personal needs resolved, we're watching the world unwind and fall apart around us. I know you've heard me mention my daughter and grandkids a few times in the past, but what I didn't mention was my fear for them. Well, my grandkids have to live in fear for the rest of their lives. All 3 of my grandchildren are black, so I only hope that we see some real change as politics get pushed around and as opinions change and everything else. And I'm just hoping that we treat people of color better than we have in the past, and certainly better than we do right now in these the way the protesters are treated. So let's pray for understanding and love. We can certainly use it, and it couldn't hurt. And that's my public service announcement for this week. I'm bringing you a large assortment of songs today. You're going to hear some great music from a few of our Folk Project family, one nice song, plus songs from Andy Gosling, Roy Bookbinder, and Woody Mann. As usual, most of the music comes from the Horses Sing None of It archives. I can't talk today, so just forgive me if I stumble here and there. I just had a banana. I think it went to my brain. I encourage you to subscribe to that channel on YouTube. And there are hundreds of shows from which to pick and choose, so I'd like you to definitely take advantage of the selections there. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The same thing with this channel. The more subscriptions we have, the better it is for us when we go to do certain things. What I'm going to do now is show you the first video, which has a number of different songs in it. To start the show, I'm going to play you a song submitted by Circle Around the Sun. I got myself confused. It's the second song that's going to have a number of videos. That group is comprised of Folk Project members Jay Walensky, Marie Trontel, Chris Bucata, George LaVecchia, and Joe Bryce. Here's the song.
For now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to the islands for a little time away from traffic, deadlines, 100 calls a day. Everybody need me, way too much to do. I need to escape for a week or 2. Dream tomorrow, take me away. When crashing waves speak, maybe I'll stay. When rustling leaves come, maybe I'll stay. When daylight leaves, I'm That's why I don't have to think, for ice and umbrellas are only in drinks. The sunset's late, the nights are not too long, and I'm living a Jimmy Buffett song. Dreams of tomorrow, take me away. When crashing waves speak, maybe I'll stay. When rustling leaves fall, maybe I'll stay. When daylight leaves, I'll wake the parrots in the trees, sunlight and flowers, stay in bed till noon, hours. Wander along endless miles of beach, learn the lessons tides try to teach. Dreams of tomorrow take me away. When crashing waves speak, maybe I'll stay. When rustling leaves come, maybe I'll stay. When daylight leaves, take me away. Maybe I'll stay. Maybe I'll stay. When daylight I'll snorkel with the fish, listen to my breath, float in balmy water, know that I'm blessed. I'm so used to be hidden in the sand, and treasure in my hand. Dreams of tomorrow take me away. When crashing waves speak, maybe I'll stay. When rustling leaves come, maybe I'll stay. When daylight leaves, maybe I'll stay. Maybe I'll stay.
That's a great song. I really enjoyed it. There's a lot of hidden gems in the Horses archive, and what I'd like to do is tell you that I've been digging through it. I just coming up with all these nuggets, and one of the videos, one of the performers that I found was Andy Gosling. Now, Andy died back in 2018, but his music is always going to live with us, especially since we have these archives with some of his music. He's incredibly talented and played multiple fretted instruments as well as woodwinds. And a lot of times during his shows, he'd switch between them and, do a little woodwind work and then a little fretted instrument work, maybe playing a mandolin or a guitar or a zither. Luckily, I was able to find a few things today that features that type of talent. He's shared the stage with such luminaries as David Bromberg, Bruce Hornsby, Rick Danko, Phil Lesh, and so many more. I mean, way too many for me to mention now. I'd like to share some of his music with you. The first selection is Andy and Ralph Litwin of Horses Sing None of It fame, and they're playing together. And then the three songs that will follow are Andy playing alone on mandolin, a zither, and then a guitar, respectively, as each song comes in. So you'll get to enjoy some of that. So what I'd like to do is play for you that next video, and let me find it here, and it should be
Well, howdy and welcome to... Well, howdy and welcome to... Oh!
You sure you're done? All right.
I think so. Okay.
I hope you enjoyed that. I think it's important that we remember that this was recorded back in November of 1993. And it's no surprise that Andy was as good as he was. He started performing at the age of 15, and not just performing, but actually became a working musician at that age. So the next performer I have coming up is the real deal. He's a singer, songwriter, storyteller, and he's been driving around the country in what he likes to call his tour bus for decades. One of the most humorous performers I've run across. His name is Roy Bookbinder. And I'd like to bring one of a few songs of his to you today. I hope you enjoy.
Step right up, folks, you just got to see the magnificent, magical, mysterious menagerie. It'll amaze, it'll amuse, arouse and astound. No doubt the most bodacious show in this town. Pack up your sorries, kiss away your cares. You won't have to worry no more. If you're tired and run down and life ain't worth living no more, you can't hardly drag yourself out of bed like before. You got no health, no vitality, no vigor, no zest. The chief's Indian remedy elixir's the best. Don't hesitate, you don't want to be late. Get there before it's all gone. You gotta drink it neat, that's right, it ain't too sweet. Before long you'll be back wanting more. The chief will make you believe the doc ain't there to deceive, and the story that he weaves will relieve you of some of your pain and all of your change, but you'll be glad that you came to the show. They got a peg-legged dancer and an Indian chief, a blues-singing lady with diamonds in her teeth. They got a two-headed turtle, man, you just gotta see it. They got a chicken that can count to 10. Follow them down to the free show tonight. You don't want to miss it begin. Yeah, step right up, folks, you just got to see the magnificent, magical, mysterious menagerie. Yes, it will amaze, amuse, arouse, and astound. No doubt the most bodacious show in this here town. Pack up your sorries, kiss away your cares. You won't have to worry no more. They got a peg-legged dancer and an Indian chief, a blues-singing lady with diamonds in her teeth. Like I said, they got a two-headed turtle, man, you just gotta see it. A chicken that can count to 10. Follow them down to the free show tonight. You don't want to miss it begin. That's right, step right up, folks, you just got to see the magnificent, magical, mysterious menagerie. My first album, my latest album on Peg Leg Records, it's called The Good Book, because my name is Bookbinder. You know my good gal left with another man. I won't be missing her raising sand. She ain't good looking and she don't dress fine. The girl can't cook and she's always lying. Could have been worse, they say. Could have been worse, you know. Could have been worse, just wait. That's right. She's telling stories on all her friends, who's doing who to what, where, and when. She can't keep her mouth shut, that's for sure. If she hears some trash, just wants some more. Well, it could have been worse, they say. Could have been worse, you know. It could have been worse, just wait. Yeah, it could have been worse, let's see. Oh, Picket Roy. Yes, it could have been worse, they say. It could have been worse, you know. Could have been worse, just wait. Could have been worse, you'll see. She's drinking whiskey and drinking wine, smoking reefers all the time. She gets so high, can't hardly stand, and she can't remember that I'm her man. Could have been worse, they say. Could have been worse, you know. Could have been worse, just wait. Yeah, it could have been worse, you'll see. I'll do another, I mostly stress my own material now. It's a good thing to do. This is, I'm trying to remember what I did on your show 20 years ago, but I have no clue. I'll do one, the New Age Woman Blues. That's on another one of my albums. I got 10 albums that are still in production, some of them on Rounder still.
And you can find out more about that at roybookbinder.com.
Right. She don't drink and she don't smoke. I don't believe she ever fooled with dope, but watch out, that girl's got them new age ways. If her tarot cards didn't tell her everything, she'd throw her coins and she'd ask I Ching. No need to talk with Lee, the girl had him. She knows I didn't have no maps of stars and moons or a Chinese guru up in my room. Didn't have tea leaves in my cup to guide my way. She had crystal balls and tea leaves too, and said the gypsy always knew when it was time for her to stay or time to leave. She used to say, Roy, your moon is rising and your sun's going down. She'd check my chart before I left town. Before I met that gal, I wonder how I ever got around. I didn't have no maps of stars and moons or a Chinese guru up in my room. I didn't have no tea leaves in my cup. I said to guide my way. Oh, pick it, Roy. Yeah. She got a rabbit's foot and a mojo too. God only knows which tells her what to do. When I fly the coop, she knows just where I flew. Yes, I guess I better let that little girl go. She got too many friends that I don't know. I wish I knew back then what I now know. But I still ain't got no maps of stars and moons or a Chinese guru up. Tea leaves in my cup to guide my way. Right, she don't drink and she don't smoke. Don't believe she ever fooled with. Watch out, that girl's got them new age ways. Ooh, you better watch out. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, all right.
This song is called
Oh, howdy again. I just want you to know that was originally recorded on September 26, 2016. And it's considered traditional American blues that'll bring a smile to anyone's face, in my opinion. I'd like to turn back the clock another 16 years, back to May of 2004. And it brings us a recording session on horses that featured Woody Mann. Woody performed most of his own works and some interpretations of traditional music during that show. I'd like you to give a listen to what he provided. I think you'll find it as amazing as I do. Here it is.
Vicksburg dive called Zach's Cafe. A dance crowd jumped while little brother played. He sat at the piano with a cigar in his mouth, and he pounded out the blues like they do down south. I'll tell you a story about a man who played piano till dawn. The blues was his game. The gig was packed, they all wanted to know more about the place little brother called home. He'd send chills up and down your spine, swinging so hard make you lose your mind. The way his voice would tremble make a drunk man pray. The house was quiet while the big man stayed. And he played the blues, baby, all night long, singing the song, you know, little brother was gone. Played so long, half the audience dropped. All the people went home, but the big man, Lord, he just couldn't stop. Little brother played. Brother played, played, played. You know the sun came up, but the big man stayed. He was in a trance, hellhounds all in his way. The blues came down like your darkest day. Little brother was expressing his views through the song that he called the Vicksburg Blues. The way his voice would tremble make a drunk man pray. The house was quiet while the big man stayed. And he played the blues, baby, all night long, singing the song, you know, little brother was gone. Played so long, half the audience dropped. All the people went home, but the big man, Lord, he just couldn't stop. All the people went home, but the big man, Lord, he just couldn't stop. Little brother played. Strange things happen in the back bayous when you start singing those Vicksburg. Little brother played.
That was a heck of a lot of good playing. That's all I can say about that. One of the things that I found interesting was I learned that Woody was Juilliard trained. And his music definitely shows some of that influence, especially the song I'm going to play in just a moment. This is a song that he will tell you in the video that he has created a tribute to Lisbon, Portugal, called Lisboa, which I believe that's the Portuguese pronunciation of the word. And you're going to see a bit of the closing credits at the end of this from the Horses show on which he appeared. So forgive that particular bit coming in. I didn't want to interrupt any of the performance. It was a really great performance, and I wanted to make sure you heard it in its entirety. So enjoy this particular video. I think you'll find it as amazing as I did.
It's a little waltz. It's called Lisboa. I wrote it for the city of Lisbon, Portugal.
I'm back. You probably want to bring Woody back again after listening to that. It's important that you let me know what you want to see. This show is being put on for you, and I can't do it alone. I need your input. I need you to know if there are any entertainers on the Horses site that you'd like me to bring on. I'd also like to know if anybody out there is a singer-songwriter or performer wants to do some things on the show as well. It's important that we keep as much new stuff going as possible mixed in with the old, just to keep the show interesting and kind of vibrant. I don't want to get it to the point where we're just doing the same thing over and over every week. I'd like to entertain you as best I can. Maybe I'll even tell a joke or two, such as, you know that they're reopening the airlines these days, and there's a Fly Me Airlines out there that they allow pretty much anybody to get on. And the other day, Vulture was trying to get on it, and he's carrying 2 bags, and they stopped him at the door and told him we only allow 1 carry-on per client. I guess that was pretty bad. Anyhow, that's it for today. I look forward to bringing you another show next week. And although the focus of the news has changed, please remember there's still a pandemic going on. Stay safe, be smart, don't do anything foolish, and listen to the health experts. They pretty much know what they're saying. This is Joe Guzzo for the Folk Project. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you join us again next week. And here we go. See you then.